No wonder he's so freaking happy.
Of course.
Sure is. We have that kind of money.
No, we don't.
We're paying it to him.
Yeah, and that's not. Supposedly, in the past, they were frugal with their reservation. They took $9. Now, instead of getting $2,000, now he wants to make $70,000. So, normally, how does that work? Yeah. See what you missed. Sorry.
You will never see that kind of money. I've never even seen that kind.
We have rooms to pay.
They're probably proud of their daddy. No wonder Warren's so freaking happy. His wife is supervisor, not going to manage it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And then I don't see it. Nothing but
I sent him something today.
send him somewhere. You ought to send him somewhere, not something, just send him somewhere else. What do you do? His wife's in town. You know how much money she
She's a millionaire. You know she is, right? Thank you. Of course, they got millions of dollars. So it's like that. What's she got to lose? Nothing. Oh, I know. I think she had. They pay for this? And that's when was dark. You remember him? He was another crowd.
It's been more than
I know.
you know, I got enough by the food work and you know, that was slime ball. I called him a Nazi.
I like that. I like that.
I did.
It's fine.
We got to a fight out there.
Hey, I played it. Did you get this? Go ahead.
Because I went right up to his face up on everybody. He was like a Nazi.
You might be away all the time. No, you won't. Other people.
He looks like her.
Yes. At the time he'd show him that he'd sleep. Across the street, in that little.
He's a chest.
Yeah.
They're stealing a lot of money from this person.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the October 12th meeting of the Valerie Township Supervisors. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll start with the announcements. Start with some announcements. In Resolution 2-2012, informing everybody that Scott Stilson is recording tonight's meeting for posting on YouTube. This meeting is also available and being recorded electronically on the Zoom platform. This is also to announce that the Board of Supervisors held the following executive sessions on September 14th, 2022 at 8:15 p.m. to discuss potential litigation, and on October 12th at 6 p.m. to discuss potential litigation and personnel matters.
The board wishes to extend its condolences to Valerie Duffy and the other family and friends of Ryan Dennis, Army veteran who passed away earlier this summer. At this time, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence in his memory. Thank you, everyone. Just so everyone knows, he's a Twin Valley graduate and a resident of the township who had suffered from PTSD.
We'll move on to the open forum on action items. If there's anybody attending in person that has any comments on any of the items on the agenda? Anybody else?
Just real quick, the litigation stuff, are the township people allowed to know what's going on in regards to litigation, about what, who, where? Is it our, no, are we allowed to know that kind of stuff, or no?
I mean, when announcing the executive session, we can give a bit more information. I mean, it's code enforcement related is the subject of tonight's litigation, but it does not, the board doesn't share the specific parties and.
Well, no, but like a brief, this one's doing this one. I didn't know, because if you see a couple times and I don't know what's, the litigation is about. Okay, thank you.
Anybody on Zoom?
There's nobody on Zoom.
At this time,
Half these aren't working for some reason.
Oh,
You just
I'm
have to
sorry.
speak louder.
I think I can do that. We have an announcement regarding the library that we would like, right? Am I correct?
Yeah. Passion? Oh, no, she's gonna show up a little bit later because she was gonna speak at the end.
Okay, okay, sorry.
She can announce the good news.
Okay, so we'll move on to the consent agenda.
I would like to point out that the September report from the Honeybrook Fire Company has not yet been received. So any motion for the consent agenda should include only items 1 through 12.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor? Next, department reports. Don Johnson.
I have Don's report. Don wants everyone to know that the paving on Beaver Dam Road is done, but the storm sewer still needs to be installed. The roads crew has started cutting dead ash trees that are hanging over the roads. Rock and King roads are complete, but there are a lot of dead ash trees in the ash tree borer, so it will take some time. The last round of mowing for the season is underway, and Don is preparing to order salt and get the trucks ready for winter, which is right around the corner. And that is all I have from Don.
Thank you. Next, Christie, is your item?
The Honeybrook Community Partnership met yesterday. I was not there, but I know that they reviewed Harmony Day. By all accounts, it was a resounding success, and the partnership thanks all of those who came out to volunteer and were a part of the event. The fourth Saturday in October is National Make a Difference Day, which is October 22nd this year. The partnership is collecting snacks for backpacks to be distributed to needy Twin Valley School District children and non-perishable foodstuffs for the Honeybrook Food Pantry. Visit hbpartnership.org for more details, including the list of collection sites. Toys for Tots collection has begun here at the township. The box is in the lobby and will remain there through close of business on December 8th. Flu season is upon us. The Chester County Health Department has several flu and COVID-19 vaccine clinics scheduled in October. You may visit chesco.org/flu for more information. There's a couple of flyers in the lobby that explain all the details on these next two items. There will be a used bicycle and sewing machine drive sponsored by the Chester County Solid Waste Authority on October 23rd from noon to 3. It's a Sunday. The collection will be at the West Goshen Township Complex. And check out the CCSWA website or the recycling page of the township website for more. And the Chester County Recorder of Deeds is hosting a free Veterans Breakfast on Wednesday, November 2nd from 8:30 to 11 in Exton. Details on the Recorder of Deeds website and the township website, RSVP to veteransid@chesco.org. And supervisors for you, the Chester County Association of Township Officials Fall Conference is Thursday, November 10 from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Mendenhall Inn in Chattsport. So if you're interested, let me know of your interest, and you also get to choose your meal choice when you register. And then for everybody, please note that the Township Administration Office will be closed to walk-up traffic on Tuesday, November 8th due to the general election. Yes. Thank you.
Next, Warren Amensky, Township Manager.
Just ask that the board accepts my written submitted report, which is also available for public review, and I'd be happy to answer any questions, but the board does most of it, and you can thank Christie for doing it.
Thank you. Land Preservation Committee.
So we don't have anyone present. So we do have a meeting this month.
Yes, October 8th.
October 18th.
Yes.
Planning Commission.
For Planning Commission, we do have two members of the Planning Commission here tonight, attending Melissa and Gary. But for this coming month, we have a busy agenda coming up. We have several submissions. We have the Maple Inn revised plan, which is the final plan. New land development that is located west of the borough that will be reviewed. Revised plan for the Keystone Mobile Home Park expansion, and also a sketch plan for a Dollar General along 322 to the east end of the township. So we'll be doing those reviews and discussing those items at that meeting on October 27th. Gary or Melissa, do you guys have anything to add? Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Recreation and Parks Board.
I can do a brief overview of their meeting. They met on the 15th, and they did come up with a list of recommendations for Humboldt Park. The board recommends mitigating drainage issues at the pavilion and play area, power wash the existing equipment, and add a horseshoe gaming area. Skate park and basketball courts added to the upper portion of the lot. They recommend no change to parking. Tennis and pickleball courts resurfacing and painting. Existing basketball court resurfacing and painting as a multi-use court for foursquare, hopscotch, kickball, etc. availability of more portable toilets during peak months near the pavilion area, and adding a walking trail as noted in the original plan. This list does not include any improvements specific to the Little League and their ball fields. The next meeting is scheduled for next Thursday, October 20th at 7 p.m.
Thank you. We'll move on to new business.
We had a request to move one of the items up in the order, if the board is willing. We'd like to ask that the open plan be discussed first before any of the other items. So that would be number 4 on the agenda.
Okay, so that is a conditional final plan approval.
Yes, this is a plan that was discussed at the last planning commission meeting. Is there anyone here for the opens tonight? If you'd like, I can actually do the heavy lifting, so to speak, and just give a brief description, and if you have questions, the board can ask the opens at that point. This is a minor subdivision. We did talk about this at the workshop meeting. It's on Talbotville Road. It's essentially a subdivision along the center line of the road to split the 2 lots into separate lots, which will be conveyed to family members of the opens. So there's no improvements, there's no disturbances or anything like that going on with it. It's just strictly a subdivision of land and consolidation of some parcels that are outlier and adjacent to the other lot. So the recommendation from the Planning Commission was to grant conditional approval based on our last review letter. And I can certainly go over any questions that the supervisors have, if you have any.
No, no questions. I'll make a motion to grant conditional final approval.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming out.
Payment of all bills as prepared by the treasurer.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next item is, we're going to adopt resolution 2022-16, approving and implementing Act 57 of 2022, property tax penalty waiver provision.
I can give just a brief overview. Basically, the state legislature passed a law this summer, essentially requiring all municipalities to enact this resolution. Basically, what it provides is that for property where the landowner has just acquired the property within the past year and did not because of that transition, receive a tax bill in time, such that they ended up not paying the taxes on time and started to incur penalties. This provides a form for them to, be processed that they can request a waiver for those fees to be wiped out, as long as they provide what's represented here, the deed, copy of the title, and they pay the face value of the actual tax, obviously within the required time period.
I'll make the motion to adopt.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is conditional final approval for the Keith Arnders lot add-on plan 411 Brandon Road, tax parcel number 22-11-49.4, contingent upon the engineer's review letter dated September 15th, 2022.
Okay, is there anyone present for the Arnders plan tonight? Okay, again, if you're okay, I'll do that. Okay. We did discuss this also at the workshop meeting, as you're aware. This also is a minor subdivision on Brandon Road, 2 adjacent parcels, one of which is vacant, the other has a house and a barn on it. They're essentially swapping land, they're annexing or subdividing a portion of the one tract and joining it onto the other to create a 5-acre conforming lot in the RC district. And then the residue tract is in about 18 acres. And there's no development or earth disturbances with this either. We did a review, planning commission recommended conditional final plan approval based on that review letter, which, again, there are minor comments that the engineers agreed to address. So if you have any questions, you can, we have folks here this evening, or
So I'll make a motion to grant.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Next item, conditional final plan approval for the Gary McEwen minor subdivision plan, 2022-7, 421 South Twin Valley Road, tax parcel number 22-2-5, contingent upon the engineer's review dated September 19th, 2022.
And Gary is here this evening, if you'd like to go over, I can keep going. Okay.
You're on a roll, Mike.
It has an existing property. It's actually located on the other side of the mountain, adjacent to the industrial park in Morgantown. We've gone over this at the workshop. There's creation of 2 lots from a single tract, a 20-acre parcel that will be zoned MUR, and then a 6.9-acre parcel that will be in the business industrial district. There's no improvements being proposed at this time. There would be a land development if there would ever be a non-residential structure proposed in the future. We would go through the land development process at that point. However, this is just the physical subdivision of land. Very minor comments, again, planning commission recommended conditional final plan based on our last review letter.
I'll make a motion to grant conditional final approval.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Next item is a stormwater management waiver request from section 20-308.a to Horace Allen, 48 Talbotville Road, tax parcel number 22-4-95, to not require the 10-year post runoff to match the 2-year pre-runoff rate, provided that for all storms, the post-development peak runoff rates do not exceed pre-development rates for the same storm.
And again, this was discussed at the workshop meeting. This is a proposal where there's an existing single-family dwelling already existing on the property. They're adding an Echo house onto the property, and they had to go through the stormwater management ordinance requirements, one of which, under the subdivision ordinance, requires a 10-to-2 rate control for stormwater management, which is generally an added level of conservatism, and it's typically used for larger developments, subdivision developments and things of that sort, not for on-lot controls. That would be the case here. So the applicant is requesting the waiver from the 10-2 only. They do meet all the other storm-to-storm comparisons along with groundwater recharge and water quality. So it's literally just for that additional performance criteria that's above and beyond a typical ordinance requirement for an on-lot scenario. If there's any questions for that.
This didn't have to go through planning.
This did not, no, right.
I'll make a motion to grant.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Next is a partial release for Chestnut Ridge, Stage 1, tax parcel number 22-8-52.3, the amount of $140,000 for site improvements.
And just to give the board some background on this, this is Chestnut Ridge Phase 1. The release is essentially a partial release of the 10% contingency only. It's not for improvements. This is a fairly recent law that Pennsylvania has adopted for release, periodic release of the 10% contingency. So this is just catching them up essentially to what could have been released previously.
I'll make a motion to approve the release.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next is a partial release for Chestnut Ridge Stages 2 and 3, tax parcel numbers 22-8-52.5 and 52.4 respectively, in the amount of $86,284.60 for site improvements.
Yes, and again, this is Chestnut Ridge Phase 2 and 3. The majority of the release pertains to storm sewer installation. We've been installing storm sewer for the past several weeks in the development, and also erosion and sediment control for the site. You will see in the letter that even though they're requesting $88,184.60, we're only requesting or recommending release of $86,284.60 because there are some items in there that are not complete.
Yeah.
So we've called those out, and we're going to hold that until they finish those items, mostly because the road system is not finished. So they're actually asking for more than what they've actually installed at this point.
I make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next one is a partial release of funds for Honeybrook Estates, also known as Sweetwater Farm, 3531 Horseshoe Pike, tax parcel number 22-7-49.1E, in the amount of $224,064.55 for site improvements.
And again, we discussed this a little bit at workshop. This is for the curbing and the paving that was done in that development. You've seen the entrance in 322. Obviously, the initial paving in the interior street and the curbing is what they're requesting. And we're out inspecting, and everything is good to go for that release.
Is there any impact on that last storm? Pretty good.
Yeah, we were actually just out, and actually there were no issues whatsoever that were identified. So they're doing a nice job with their erosion control.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to other new business.
Yes, I would say Patchy Cabral Banks is here from the Honeybrook Community Library. She has an announcement I think that the board would find interesting, so.
Yes, I'm Patchy Cabral. I'm here on behalf of the Honeybrook Community Library. Thank you again for your commitment and support, and to announce that today was made public that we were awarded a grant for our capital project and the expansion of the library by the DCED in the amount of $1,149,000. That should cover the whole capital project.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're very happy, trying still to grasp it. And as we talk, we still need your help and support moving forward because the work now begins. But we're really happy and just wanted to convey the news to you in person.
Congratulations.
So Patchy, you will talk to Mike at the end. He'll give you his business card and whatever assistance, recommendation, guidance he can give you. Maybe guide you toward the builder or architects.
Thank you. Yes, we need all the guidance and support we can take. Thank you.
Any other?
That's all I have.
All right, we'll move on to old business.
Yeah.
Continuation discussion of the Brandywine Hospital project.
Still no movement that I'm made aware of. We're still kind of in this incredible holding pattern with the hopes that something will come forward with that again, the last offer was several months ago and that had fallen through. So I did speak with the ambulance. They have sufficient staffing and crew. We do have the ALS units now from Tower Health, both at our Honeybrook location and also at the Elderson units location currently. So we do have 2 paramedic units within the township to provide coverage. So we at least have ALS coverage for emergencies.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to open forum for any other matters that anybody has any comments on. You just provide your name and address and the question like that.
Sure, Valerie Schultz, 165 Caitlin Court. I just wanted to thank you all for having the township town hall a few weeks ago. I think it was a huge success. I appreciate the Board of Supervisors who attended, and I think it was was an extremely positive step forward in building the relationship with the residents. I think there was an attempt to really listen to the residents and answer their questions. I just wanted to ask you, what are your plans moving forward for addressing some of the action items that came up? Because I know you guys were keeping record of that.
Yeah, so this is budget time. Any of the things that would impact budget, I'm not sure if we did have any impact on budget, but we do have the set goals for 2023. So this is ideal time to be looking at that. Do you feel a need for an additional meeting, or is that meeting sufficient? The town hall meeting?
I mean, I think it would be nice to see moving forward, that there are action items that are addressed, and maybe that will get more enthusiasm for having additional meetings. So I think it would be a good thing to continue to do in the future. I'm not really sure what everybody else thinks in terms of the frequency, because obviously that takes time out of everyone's busy schedule, but I think on a quarterly basis, it could be helpful. So it would be nice to hear what you guys thought about that as well.
Yeah, based on our schedule availability. We can do it, yeah, yes. I think the last time we did it a few years ago, I don't know if it was twice a year or something like that. So it's 4 times a year if it's needed.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, it would be good to see that some changes come positive out of all of that, because I think you had some really good feedback from the residents, so.
Thank you.
I don't know how soon we would have another one with the time of year, the holidays,
Yeah,
or budget time.
yeah,
So it may not be until the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
but that would be. Okay. Is there anything else?
Good evening, Dan Lilly, 4,000 Tree Line Drive. It's been a long time since I asked the question, but starting to hear reports that Telhi has approval to build some cottages. I think groundbreaking they're talking about is April of 2023. Can you tell me whether the plans have been approved, and are they open to the public?
There's nothing approved at this time other than what was the subject of settlement years ago.
So it's still in litigation?
Yes.
Okay. Can you at least tell me the number of cottages in consideration? I've heard anywhere from 19 to 50.
No, I don't think that's anything that's public at this point, because that's not, sorry.
Okay, so April 23rd, April 2023 is just a rumor.
This board will take a final action to approve anything that becomes approved, and nothing of that nature has happened, so anything that they're rumblings is all speculative, frankly,
Okay. It's coming from management.
Yeah, that's of course, keeps you rates every voice you like. We were talking about the mailing list of pamphlets regarding what's going on in the township. That's from Denver Borough. And they get one out, I guess, for spring and summer, and one for fall and winter. And let me tell you something. This is a really nice thing that they came up with. They tell you all kinds of things. They get sponsors, put in there like Telhi, Honeyburg, like what they need. We've been asking for this, and apparently mine keeps getting lost in the mail somewhere, because I haven't got it.
We haven't had a chance since COVID hit, and we received a copy, so thank you, we don't need one.
Actually, no.
Okay. This is
Yeah.
something I think that we should have.
We did have it, and like I said, it was suspended during COVID, so we are planning to get one out this fall.
Do we
This
have
fall
any
of
estimate?
2022.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there potential, like I was saying, November to see that?
November.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'll give it back to you.
but they typically provide a link to an online copy.
Good. So
And
we get-
the past ones are up there.
If the like turns page,
Yep.
nice layout that was in there. Yeah. So yeah, that should be back.
Any additional comments? All right. Before I adjourn the meeting, just let everybody know some upcoming meetings. Land Preservation Committee, October 18th, Parks and Rec, October 20th, Planning Commission, October 27th, Board of Supervisors, next workshop meeting is November 2nd, and the regular meeting is November 9th. All those dates will be at 7 p.m. here at the Township Building.
The veteran ceremony will be on Sunday, November 13th, and 2 o'clock at Town High. So we'll be co-hosting with Honeybrook Borough. So if you want to join us, please feel welcome to join us.
And the budget's going to be posted by November 2nd. So
You'll be presented at the next workshop meeting, or at the next Township Board of Supervisors meeting, and then once the board is okay with it, then it will be posted for public comment and available for review.
That's a 30-day review period. Yeah. So it gets approved in December. Yeah.
How's the webpage coming for the township? Any forward motion going with that?
Well, we are looking into revamping the website.
Right.
We had solicited some proposals, and then we're gonna take that, we're gonna look at those over the next couple weeks, and then we'll make a decision if that's something that we're gonna, move forward with to try to upgrade the website.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay. That's a positive.
And if cost is a matter, you can go to what is it, the unemployment that helps Chester County link.
Yeah. What's the organization?
It's a rare link.
Rare link, that's it,
On the
yeah.
Chester County unemployment website, that we might have qualified people that if it's a matter of cost effectiveness. Have somebody.
I can remind her that. I should get that in for everything going. And it doesn't stick.
We're also looking to launch the portal for access of the agendas online in a more user-friendly format in November as well. So we did a soft rollout to the board over the summer, and so we've been working out the kinks, and we're looking to launch that in November.
And that's for dummies like me that don't know technology, that I'll be able to follow it.
It's a user-friendly platform.
Okay. I don't know.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.